All right, let's get into this because this is a wild one. What if I told you one of the biggest trades in the entire NFL, a deal that was basically done, the player was on a plane and everything, just vanished into thin air? This isn't just some story about a transaction that went wrong. Oh no. This is a whole saga of high-stakes strategy, a whole lot of suspicion, and what some people are calling an absolute masterclass in NFL power plays.
And right in the middle of this whole storm is Maxx Crosby. I mean, can you imagine? You get flown to Baltimore, you think you're going to be a Raven, and then you're sent right back home to Vegas. After all that, he posts this. No drama, no feeling sorry for himself, just this really firm, clear message. I'm a Raider. It was an incredible show of strength in a situation that would have sent most people reeling.
And believe me, this whole thing unraveled with just stunning speed. So on Friday, the deal is made. Everyone's shaking hands. By Tuesday, Crosby is in Baltimore, ready for his physical. But then, Wednesday morning, bam, the trade is off. And just a few hours later, the Ravens announced they've signed another top-tier defensive end. It happened so fast, it gave the entire league whiplash.
So you might be wondering, how in the world did the Ravens explain this sudden, shocking reversal? Well, let's start with the official story, the one that came straight from their general manager, Eric DeCosta. This is what they wanted all of us to believe. This was DeCosta's public statement. I mean, he sounds devastated, doesn't he? Gutted. He talks about this deep personal regret over the whole thing. It was such a heartfelt performance that, some critics were suggesting he deserved an acting award for it. And the official reason for this gut-wrenching decision? A failed physical. Yep. The team publicly stated that they found something alarming in Crosby's medicals, alarming enough to completely blow up a trade for one of the best defensive players in the game. This was their out, their get-out-of-jail-free card. But almost immediately, another story started bubbling up from behind the scenes. You know how it is. A counter-narrative that paints this whole thing not as some medical tragedy, but as a cold, calculated, and, well, maybe even a brilliant business move. As ESPN's Stephen A. Smith put it, this wasn't some GM full of regret. It was a GM basically taking a victory lap. And the skepticism was really fueled by what happened next, and what the Ravens ultimately gained from the trade falling apart. And when you look at the numbers, you really start to see why people were so suspicious. Look at the difference here. The original deal was Maxx Crosby, who, remember, is coming off an injury in exchange for 2 first-round picks. But the final outcome? The Ravens get another elite pass rusher in Trey Hendrickson, and they get to keep both of those super valuable first-round picks. So they got the player, and they kept the price. Wow. So how did this even happen? Well, the NFL calendar itself kind of created the perfect opportunity. See, the deal was agreed to on Friday, but because of league rules, it couldn't be official until Wednesday. During that waiting period, the Ravens saw that another star, Trey Hendrickson, was still available. And that's when, according to the skeptics, that physical became more than just a medical check, it became an exit strategy. A move this dramatic is always going to have consequences, right? It creates this ripple effect across the league. So let's break down who really won, who lost, and who was just left holding the bag in this whole mess. Yeah, this table pretty much says it all, doesn't it? The Ravens are undeniably better off. Maxx Crosby, despite all the emotional turmoil, came out looking like a true professional. But the Raiders, man, they were left in just about the worst position you can imagine. I mean, just think about it from the Raiders' perspective for a second. They not only lost the 2 first-round picks they were planning their whole draft around, but now the entire league knows 2 things. 1, they're willing to trade their best player. And 2, another team's doctor supposedly found something wrong with him. His trade value was absolutely torpedoed. The Raiders were completely stuck. But here's the thing. While the Ravens might have won on paper, there's another cost you have to consider, one that doesn't show up in the draft room or on the salary cap. And that's the cost to their reputation. Now, these are not my words. These are the words that analysts reported were being thrown around in NFL circles, in front offices, by agents, to describe how Baltimore handled this whole thing. Dishonest, disgraceful, sleazy, shady. These are heavy, serious accusations that really speak to a belief that a major line was crossed. And look, here's the thing that really got people so upset. Critics say that if DeCosta had just come out and said, look, we reevaluated, this is a business decision, and we're going in a different direction, it would have been cold for sure, but people would have respected it. It's the using the physical as a cover that led to all these accusations of it being sleazy and dishonorable. It was about the how, not the what. Which, at the end of the day, leaves us with this final lingering question. In a league where winning is absolutely everything,
Did the Ravens just pull off a strategic masterstroke, or did they sacrifice their integrity for competitive advantage? Ultimately, where you draw that line between brilliant and dishonorable, well, that might say more about you than it does about them.